Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Virtual Sunday School. Well, let's see where I am today. Well, at least I'm not in a field again, but this time I'm in a pasture. And you're thinking to yourself, why in a pasture? Well, we're going to be talking about the parable of the lost sheep. And typically, a pasture is where you find sheep. But I'm also going to be talking about the parable of the lost coin. And you can find that, I guess, in a pasture too. So today, we're going to find Jesus doing something that some people think may be a little bit strange, but it's something that he's done quite a bit. He was hanging out with sinners. Now, the Pharisees saw him hanging out and were thinking to themselves,
"Dude, what are you doing? Hanging out with sinners? That's not appropriate."
I mean, that's like, finding Jesus in a Las Vegas casino, right? That's not where you would expect him. So what did Jesus say to the Pharisees? I mean, that's quite an accusation that they made against him. Well, he did what you'd obviously expect him. He started talking about sheep. The story goes like this. Jesus said that there was a shepherd, and he had 100 sheep. And so one day he was out and he was counting his sheep, trying not to fall asleep. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, stampede!
And he gets to the end, 99, and he's like, So he counts again, and there's one sheep missing. So he's like really distressed because he wants to know where this sheep is. I mean, did it go to the movies?
Bruh.
Did it maybe find a girlfriend?
Bruh.
Or did the sheep run off and live a life in sin?
Bruh.
Having lost this sheep, the shepherd was distraught, and he left all of his other sheep and went searching all day long for this lost sheep. And he finally found him. No, not the movies. But he found him, and he was rejoicing more over the lost sheep than over all of the other 99 sheep that he had. So the Pharisees were confused by Jesus' answer. I mean, they're thinking to themselves, what's the moral here? That if I have this wayward sheep that gets lost all the time, that I should abandon all of my other good sheep and spend all my time looking for this lost sheep who can't figure stuff out? So, to confuse them even more, Jesus now tells the next parable of the lost coin. So in this parable, there's a woman who has quite a few coins, and she loses one, and she ignores all of her other duties for the day and goes hunting and searching for this coin. She finally finds it, and then she rejoices and goes out into the street and says,
"We gotta have a big party because I have found my lost coin."
So now the Pharisees are even more confused. And now they're thinking, okay, so now what does this mean? That it's okay to abandon all the duties that you're supposed to be doing because you lost something? And then when you find it, run the streets like a maniac going, "I found my coin." So maybe an example is you've been working on this puzzle for a long time. You're almost at the end, and then you find that you've lost a puzzle piece. So you drop everything and you go searching around the house all day trying to find this puzzle piece. And you finally found it, and you're more excited about this one puzzle piece than all the work that you spent putting that puzzle together. So let's bring all this back to what this means with Jesus eating with the sinners. Well, the sinners were not part of the community, but they needed to be part of what Jesus was doing and who Jesus is. And so Jesus did have his disciples. He had those people that were following him. Those were the sheep, and those were the coins, but the sinners, they're the lost sheep. They're the lost coin or the lost puzzle piece. And Jesus rejoiced at bringing them back into the sheepfold or bringing them back into the group so that they can enjoy what those 99 sheep were already enjoying, the love of the shepherd. And that's who Jesus is. He's our shepherd. And he rejoices when somebody who is lost comes back and finds their way back into the love that is the body of Christ. And we have a wonderful example of this in our Orthodox Church. When somebody new, after going through the process of becoming Orthodox, we call them a catechumen, we stop the liturgy at a certain point and we bring that catechumen forward. And we all rejoice at the fact that we are bringing somebody who was lost now into our faith. And all those people that are in the church, including myself, we're all the sheep who are found. And now we are all rejoicing together in bringing this person into the body of Christ, which is now our Orthodox Church. Well, thanks everybody for watching. And remember, like, share, subscribe. And hopefully, I'm going to be somewhere other than a field or a pasture in our next video.